Now, I remember a time, even just say a few years ago, when working with PDFs was an absolute nightmare. Just merging them and splitting them and removing pages required either specialist tools on your PC or you had to upload it to some kind of online service, and you were never quite sure about if they would maintain confidentiality or not. But the good news is, with the tools that we now have on our PC, we don't need any of that. We can handle PDFs with ease, and that's what we're looking at in this video. So if you're ready, let's get started. The first tool we're going to look at is Copilot. But before we get there, let's take a brief look at the PDFs that we're going to combine together. Now, these are just random PDFs I found on my PC. They aren't related at all because it doesn't matter what PDFs we're using for this purpose. I have a 2-page PDF here, which is a horizontal orientation. Next, I have another horizontal orientation, but as a single page. And finally, we have another single page, but in a portrait orientation. Let's now close each of those and let's take a look at Copilot. In the top right corner, I have the green tick, which means I have enterprise data protection enabled. Let's now add our 3 PDFs into Copilot and let's add our prompt. Please combine these PDFs. I'll click run, and now Copilot will go and do its thing, and hopefully in a few seconds it should be ready. So that's now complete. It took about 10 seconds or so. Let's take a look at what we've got. We have a link. I'll click that. That now opens our combined PDF. We can see we have our single horizontal, then we have our 2-page horizontal, and finally our single page portrait. Let's close that and let's see if Copilot can move the last page to the start. Move the last page to the start. Let's try that. Once again, that took about 10 seconds. Let's take a look at the output. And this time we do have our portrait page as the first page. So Copilot has been able to combine our PDFs together and also move the pages. Now for this, I'm just using some example PDFs. They're not particularly sensitive information. But if you are working with sensitive information, that green tick in the top right-hand corner is essential. That means enterprise data protection is applied. If you don't have that green tick, then your PDF is probably training the model. Therefore, when somebody else writes a prompt at some point in the future, in theory, they could get a part of your PDF as a response to their question. So if you haven't got a paid Copilot license, then this probably isn't a good option. But you don't need to worry because we have another tool on our PC that can do this just as well. The Windows 11 operating system comes with a tool called Power Automate Desktop natively available. And with this tool, we are able to manipulate PDFs. Here I am inside Power Automate Desktop. If we take a look at the Start with an example, I'll click See All, and in there is an option called PDF Automation. I'm going to select that, and you can now see various automations that have already been created to help us work with PDFs. I'm going to select the Merge PDFs option. I'll then click on the play to run that automation. It brings up a small box, asks me to select my first file. So I will click that, and now let's navigate to the place where my PDFs are saved. They're currently inside this folder. I will select the first and then click open. Then ask me to select my second PDF. I'll select the second one and open. It then asks if I want to add another PDF. In this scenario I do, so I will check that and click OK. Then I need to navigate to this folder once again. And once I've done that, I can select the button and say I want my final PDF. I'll click open. This time we don't want any more files, so I'll click OK. And as we can see, our file has now been created. I'll click OK. Let's head back into our folder we have a file called merge file, and there we have our PDFs combined together. Now this is great apart from if we have lots of PDFs that we want to combine together at the same time. Because if we look at Power Automate, we can see that we have options for splitting and for merging and for extracting images and extracting tables. But what if we want to combine all of the PDFs in a folder? In that scenario, we're going to have to create our own Power Automate flow. We're now back on the main Power Automate homepage, and we're going to click New at the start, and we want a new flow. Let's give our flow a name, Merge PDFs, and then I'll click Create. Here we have our new flow. On the left-hand side, we have a list of areas, and in each area, we have actions that we can add. And then in the main body, we have the actions that we can see that we stack together in a recipe that creates our flow. We want to start by creating a variable to hold the folder path that we want to combine. I'll type variable, and we have set variable. I'll drag that into the flow. What name do we want to get? Well, we want all of our PDFs in our files to merge folder. Can then come back and I'll paste that in there, and let's call this folder. So now anytime we want to refer to this folder, we simply use the variable name of folder. I'll click save. The next action we want is to get the files from that folder. Get files. Here we have get files in folder. I'll drag that. What folder do we want to use? If I click on the X, it lets me select from my previous variables. I have a variable called folder. Let's select that. And we want files that end with, we have a wildcard asterisk. We only want them if they end with .pdf. I'll then save that step. Now, when we run this, if I click run, you can see that we now get the files in this folder. But this doesn't get the files in any specific order. So we're going to add an additional step. Search for sort, and we want to sort a list. The list that we want to sort is from our files, and we want to sort them by list properties. Now, what property do we want to sort by? We're going to sort by the name of the file. And let's do this in descending order. I'll then click save. Now, how did we know that name was a property? If we come to files and click more, you can see that .name is the name of that file. So that's the name of the property that we used. Next, we've now got our files in the folder. We've got our list, we've sorted it. Let's now merge those PDFs. So merge PDFs. Which files do we want to merge? We're going to use our files, which have now been sorted. And where do we want our PDF saved? Let's come back up one level. We will copy that address, put that into our Power Automate flow, and we're going to call it merged PDF.pdf. Click save. So now all we have to do is test this. Let's click run. That didn't take long, less than a second. Let's have a look. Here we have our merged PDF.pdf. Let's take a look. There are our files. Let's now come back and see what happens if we change the name of one of our files. So rather than balance sheet, let's change this to Z balance sheet. That means that our 2-page horizontal PDF should come last when we combine these files together. Here we are in Power Automate once more. I'll click run. That'll run through those steps. Let's take a look. Go back. We have our new PDF. And there we go. We now have our 2-page balance sheet PDF at the end of our combined PDF. Let's head back into Power Automate. And we're going to publish our Power Automate flow. This will now make it available so that we can reuse it as a tool. I'll close our flow, and now when we come into Power Automate, you will see we have our merge PDFs tool. And when we run that, it will perform all of those actions so that we can create our PDFs from that folder whenever we wish. So that is how we can use Power Automate Desktop to manipulate PDFs. We saw that even in the example templates, there were lots of tools in there that we could use just by running the automation. But if we wanted something a bit more specific to our scenarios, as we saw, we can simply create that flow ourselves using the tool. And the good news is that Power Automate Desktop was natively available in Windows 11, so you should already have it on your PC. If you liked this video and learned something new, all I ask in return is that you subscribe and get notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.